Morning, man. This is from Under the Influence, and I'm
definitely under the influence.
Joined by my good friends and comrades, Al the Alchemist.
Hi.
And Kush Queen in between.
Hola, hola.
With her,
Charlie.
with a new friend.
Who's this, Charlie?
A new friend has joined us. That's
We say hi to the
little
world.
Charlie.
Hi. Yes. Say hi, guys. Aww. Good girl.
Yeah, she's a rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie rescued Kush Queen.
What's that?
Charlie rescued you.
Honestly, she pretty much did.
I think
yeah,
it's a
she's
fair,
gonna teach me
a fair trade.
unconditional love for sure, and I'm really excited about it.
And she's cute as a button.
She is.
So's the little dog. Well, we're thrilled that she's here with us, and that'll mean there'll be no cats in the studio today.
Yeah.
Buds and Tippy.
She won't be here every time, but I did just get her, so she has to spend a lot of time with me right now. But we gotta slowly get her used to, staying home when I have to go grocery shopping or something like that. So slowly but surely. Is that Jerwana?
Yeah, that's why I said who is that guy? Haven't seen him.
Yeah, Buds and Tippy don't take
God,
too
it's not
kindly to
Jerwana.
the dogs coming in.
Hi.
What's going on?
There's
Good, I
Jer.
miss you.
Oh, you too. How's it going? How's the show going?
Show's good.
Good.
Fun.
We've got the chronic Susan Cam. Oh no, I forgot to introduce Alyssa to you.
Boss Lissa.
Yeah. We have, holy cow, double your pleasure. 2 vials of terpenes. Huh, let me sniff these ones. Same terpenes. Are they?
I think so.
Those are cannabis terpenes from a steam distillation. And these fucking things, I don't know. They are the best part of marijuana, I think, separated so far. I really, really like them. This joint, actually, I rolled the joint and put drops of terpenes down through the reefer. So, wow. It adds just such a nice flavor. And on a dab, too. Dip your dab in some of that.
Hi.
And on your skin. Like,
I just put some on.
just put it on. And the smell, for me, is so invigorating. I can feel it pick me up. It's not like a cocaine rush or anything like that. A very gentle. Someday this is going to be some of the most popular skin product on earth. I'm convinced of it. From sunblock, it's going to be used for that. Let alone all the therapeutic values and the smells. Anti-aging.
Anti-uncle.
Anti-uncle.
What you do?
So, enjoying that. I don't know. I lost track of what buds I brought today, but
Those ones.
they're good. Good number 1,
Oh, they're right there.
good number 2, and really good number 3. Well, I got one labeled bag, and that would be Van OG. The original OG.
What's going on? You want to go see with Janice? Yeah.
Charlie didn't come to rehearsal last night, so she's
She's a little
just
lost. right
doesn't
now.
really know what to
doesn't
do.
know what
She was
say.
supposed to
She
do a
doesn't know
little.
her lines.
She's supposed to do a little dance at 4:20, but
Come
I don't know. She might have to.
She's just gonna go off camera for a little bit.
Huh.
Not so smoky.
Yeah, just hang out with Auntie Janice. Good girl.
So as
girl.
not to get caught in the fishnet.
Yes, that too.
But yeah, had a couple more 420 meetings.
Gotta tell me about these
one last night. Yeah, you didn't need to be there last night.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you.
But yeah, moving along forward at Sunset Beach for 420. And today we had a meeting with some an entertainment company to see if we can't get some big name acts to come down and play with us. So news will come as that transpires.
I love that.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
Just crowds.
Well, 420 is such a fun thing because it's grown so organically that it just can't be stopped. Right? That's the beauty of it all, and that's the reason why kind of the way it is today. But it makes it very unique in that we don't get anybody's permission. We actually did get their permission. The city gave us permission, but they won't give us a permit. They sent a letter saying you can be at Sunset Beach. They hate it so much, though. Oh, they try everything. They try everything.
And it happened at Sunset Beach, yep.
Yeah, it was like a smashing
Yep.
success.
But
Could never do it. The first year we did.
the city staff are really chill, and they're quite probably and mostly look like they're behind the effort. It's the higher ups on the parks board that are all bitchy and whiny. The ones that don't do
Well, I think
anything.
it's trickled down to
What?
City council too, you know? A couple of those councils.
Oh yeah, the counselors, they wince about it. But the city apparently is excited there for us to get food trucks there. We've never had food trucks at the place because the city would never let the food trucks come there. But and I said to Jer, how come that isn't what's reported in the media about it? In the media, they say, oh, well, you wrecked the grass and it's $250,000 in cleanup. And they don't ever say, and the city said, let's get food trucks. Because that's really where they're at. It's the media wants to drag out all this other shit. I swear to God, in one of the fucking pieces yesterday, they said, an old lady with asthma had to leave the neighborhood.
Yeah, an old lady that didn't even leave her apartment.
Just one old lady had to leave the neighborhood because of her asthma. And people couldn't get to the seawall in that spot. You could fucking walk 2 blocks in either direction and get onto the seawall. But in that spot, you couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's just
No?
silliness that they come up
Well,
with
yeah,
why
good
they
speech, but-
object to us being there constantly. They won't help us. Well, they do help us, I gotta say.
And who knows, maybe the food trucks are just like us, and they're like, you know what, we're just gonna get there and see how it goes.
No, food trucks won't do that.
No.
No, they'll lose their license. All right, they got a permit, so they can lose their permit. We don't got no permit. We don't care.
Right, we have them the same way they got.
But it would be good to have food trucks. We used to
It
have
would be, but you know, there's a little conundrum there.
a conundrum.
Just recently at the library, there is not the library, the art gallery. They evicted the people that had the cannabis tents
They did.
solely so that they could set up the food truck festival. Like,
Huh. Well, maybe they timed it out that they let people consume marijuana so long that they're now ready for food.
possibly.
Get rid of it.
I
Okay,
highly doubt it.
bring in the food trucks. They have the
I shouldn't say
munchies.
solely, but it really seemed, to me, it seemed quite apparent that, you know,
They had a food truck
following-
thing there.
In the days to follow, there was that whole area where we used to have the stage and everything set up. It was all food trucks
Interesting.
for like a week.
Huh. That's why you couldn't get a food truck in the city.
Oh yeah,
Right, the city was empty of food trucks. Food trucks here in, I don't know, I'm not impressed.
How? Holy.
Here, I'll get that for you. I don't even know why you're bothered trying.
Well, I like how it won't open, but I've got water all over my shirt. How does that
So-
fucking work?
So full. Look how full it is. Watch yourself. Don't go swimming if you know that you're drowning.
It really was really full. Wow.
So yeah, it's coming up here. Ooh. I want water too. No, there's coffee.
I'm drinking water because I don't have coffee, so cheers.
Ah, that's good coffee. You don't have coffee?
No, honestly, my heart was like racing still from everything I've experienced today, and then having like a venti coffee. I was like, maybe I should chill, have a water, and then I'll go get a coffee after.
Not me. I always have coffee. I've entered the world of the super automatic espresso maker.
Keurig?
Nope. Beyond
So you're
Keurig.
making
Beyond Keurig.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that really hurt my hand.
No, this is the
Look
master.
at it. It ripped it up, dude.
The Master 5000 makes my coffee
The
all
Master
day
5000.
long. Yeah, it's one of these you pour the beans in one thing and the water in another and hit a button and come back. Love
Oh, I
it.
thought you were going to give me the
So,
Coke in your mouth. I was
my
like,
coffee life is
Alright,
good.
no, just-
And I drink coffee from the Congo. Smoke weed from the Congo. I got some Congo extract. And a little
oh, we don't have a bong.
and a little
Or a
outfit
rig.
I put on.
How am I supposed to do my genuine Butter King
You're
butter
right.
dab? Oh my god, someone should make a rig that looks like
I'm
a Keurig.
glad I heard that.
That's hilarious. Keurig.
Yeah.
There you go, glass blowers out there.
Your dab comes in a little quartz pod that you stick into it.
So yeah,
Ooh.
my espresso maker broke down. So I had to take it to the repair place.
There's a repair place
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for your Beyond
very-
Keurig machine.
Yep, it's very exclusive. They have a sign said we don't look at machines worth less than $200.
Wow.
How they chose that number, I don't know. But anyway, so take the Master 5000 in there. A guy comes out with a special cart to take it in for you, and then they go, so yeah, you're gonna need coffee while this is in here. So they load you up with a different machine,
A better one.
a better machine, a better
Next
machine.
model up.
Hey, happy 420. Oh yeah, a few more models up.
Happy 420, happy 420.
So then they fix your machine, and you go and get
Thank
the
you.
machine back.
I wrote it myself.
Lived every minute of it.
Take
Thank
the
you.
newest one away, and now you begin to question the old machine, which was fucking magnificent
That-
for its time.
That is
right?
technology nowadays.
Oh, yeah, and you go,
In all
I don't know.
aspects, I swear.
So we phoned the people who did the repair and said, so, what's happening with that machine that we had? Oh, we'll sell it to you. It's the only one they got, though. It's the only one like that one that they have. Right? So it's-
machine for new machine
Yeah.
and $2,000.
And $2,000.
yeah.
Please, you pay now, PayPal, cash, it's good.
No, it's but hooked into it now. There's no way out. And I love it. It just makes me laugh. Oh yeah, they've got you, and
Coffee
they
is
know
so
it.
addicting. It really is. Just love it.
So speaking of exclusive
cup?
worlds of coffee,
It's new to me.
the BC government just
More
made
for me.
marijuana illegal again.
What did they do?
Still.
What?
Huh? No, there's new regulations that they come out with. What a bunch of fucking nignogs they are.
They want to
Really? Like, aren't these people useless?
Anybody even under the suspicion of being under the influence of pot, they don't even have to have. They don't even have to have proof or anything. Yep.
So I guess when the federal government announced that they're going to legalize marijuana, whenever they announced that the provincial government said, okay, well, good, we can go berserk. Hey, let's do that. Let's get fucking crazy.
Let's get crazy.
Hey? So here's the people, unfortunately, a lot of people think that it's okay what they've done. Certainly it's progress, but it's fucking sad progress in my estimation. Because, I don't know. we don't need hardly any rules around it, let alone what they're planning. So the big deal was that they pre-announced actually, that the marijuana would not be sold in liquor stores. But the reason that they gave for not doing that was because 80% of the population drinks alcohol. And they reason that if that 80% got wind of cannabis, they'd want to have that too. And they don't want people to have cannabis. Is pretty much what they came up with here last week. Oh my fucking God.
The whole world's been smoking cannabis.
They don't want you to have it. So they also said, you know, there's people that come into these liquor stores that have addiction problems, and we don't want them exposed to cannabis too.
Hi,
Oh
Charlie.
my fucking God.
Sweetie. It's okay.
That's so not right. Like, it's just not right.
Booze isn't an addiction, right? Really.
Oh no, give it a couple of years.
I don't
Once they see how much money's being brought into the cannabis shops, be like, yeah, we do want to put that in the weed
Well,
You're right.
shops.
what they've decided to do is, instead of do that, is to create their own cannabis stores, which will be right next door to the liquor store.
Yeah.
Right? Run by the fucking liquor board. Oh no, this is horrible fucking way to go about it.
Yeah.
They're also saying that you can't do any branding. They will also come out and say that it has to be in plain packaging. So as a retailer, what
Well,
the
plain
fuck?
packaging full of warnings.
Yeah, full of warnings and numbers that don't mean anything.
I think you're allowed. I think you're allowed 5% of available space for a logo.
No, they said no branding.
None at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody
Wow.
gets to brand nothing. Right?
But
So-
these bottles of booze can have a bunch of fucking
Yeah, can have a birthday cake on
birthday
it.
cake on it. Or actually taste like birthday cake.
There's all kinds of alcohol, right?
No, of course there's no comparison whatsoever here, really. But the point is our government, after
Is there
hearing...
any kind of warning on a liquor bottle at all?
No. It's,
I mean, there's a warning on your coffee.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is. Caution
Well,
hot,
too
intense
hot.
hot.
That it's too hot, yeah.
But that's
Well, there you
still,
go.
it's still
a
letting you
warning.
know, like, yes.
Yeah, true enough.
It's still a warning. Like, your coffee cup is letting you know about something that this might burn you. But this, like, there's nothing on the alcohol.
Alcohol.
This might ruin your entire life. If you get into a car, you will crash and you will kill someone else's family and
Yeah.
yourself. Or
Not a
such
peep.
and such. Or et cetera, et cetera. No, none of that. Why? It's even on
Huh.
these.
Huh.
Smokers have to look at like nasty mouths and a heart that doesn't work anymore
Yeah.
and split open lungs and like all this shit.
And that's the only product they do that with. Fuck off. Quit selling them to me then. Right? They're actually going to introduce legislation that cigarettes have plain packaging pretty soon to justify having plain packaging on cannabis.
Yeah.
So if I was to get a retailer's license and buy my weed from the liquor board, you won't even fucking know what it is. You won't know who it comes from. How could you? If there's no branding, how would you know that it's Tweed's weed? Right? They're just throwing this all out the window that it doesn't matter. Well, nowhere along the line will you get to look at the weed and smell it like you can now, like you've done your whole life. At least you got to look and smell it. Even though it was shitty, you still got to smell it. Right? And everybody wants to. That's the way it is. That's the way purchasing marijuana has always been. Except in the alley at night when you didn't know and you put it in your hand and you hope to God it was weed. And that's what's coming. You hope to God it's weed in that bag. And it's going to be a fucking number with a percentage of THC, CBD, and whatever else letters they come up with. And that'll be it, I think. That's what it looks like.
I don't know. I got visions of like, you know, those little old ladies that you see in Safeway that are running like the grill at the end of the aisle with the samples. They'll have a bunch of little like preloaded bong hits.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
No,
Would you
the
like to try
government
the
is.
feature?
These
Our
people are
feature of the day.
showing,
Would you like to try the feature of the day?
and everyone would.
It's an OG.
Everyone would try it. No, they're showing us that they don't want you to have marijuana. And their point of view here in their announcement is to reduce the use of marijuana, not to encourage it. Right? They on one hand want to treat it like tobacco, right? Pretending that they need to save the world from this
Yeah.
scourge. And it's fucked. Because they've absolutely ignored the obvious truth that it is not that type of substance. And why are they getting to do that?
Yeah.
Why are they getting to ignore the truth about cannabis? That's not right. These people have not been elected, nor has their office been created for them to fucking do that. They're not there to come up with their own fucking theory. What are they going to be, a bunch of flat earthers next week? For fuck's sakes.
Flat earthers.
So there you go, too. This is the NDP government here in British Columbia coming up with this crap. So that's it for the Conservatives and Liberals and NDP, right? They're all the same. It doesn't matter what letters they have ahead of their name. The same unions come to them. The same police come to them. The same LPs go to them. They don't care who's in power because they are in power. They don't care. So, I don't know what to do. It doesn't matter. The fucking Conservatives, they wanted to put me in jail for weed. Liberals want to put me in jail longer for weed. The NDP want to hand it all over to their union buddies at the liquor board, who are fucking crooks. They always have been. Come on. It's liquor. So, here's another big announcement from the government is that they'll let landlords decide if I should be able to grow weed in my rental property. I'm given the right by the federal government to grow 4 plants, a pitiful 4 plants, and some fuck can say no.
Or smoke. Yeah.
Or smoke. Oh my fucking God.
Like smoking.
Because they don't want you to be able to do it. They don't want people to have marijuana. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's fucking insane. They're treating us like children here. And I'm fucking offended by it. Stop fucking treating me like a 6-year-old. Fuck off. Bring a 6-year-old forward that hasn't been helped by marijuana, for Christ's sakes. Let alone hurt by it.
Ooh. Ah.
I don't know. We always have to, in the movement all these years, we've always kind of had to suck it up about kids, because what can you say? You can't fucking the kids. But
Thank you,
for
BB.
Christ's sakes, there's not one child ever reported to have been hurt by marijuana.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a good chance people all over the fucking world are scrambling to find marijuana to give to their children for whatever condition the child has that it helps.
Would you like a dab? I'm gonna have a dab.
I could dab.
Yeah?
That looks like a pretty straight toke.
What? Go ahead. Grab your lighter, don't worry, don't be scared.
I should roll another reefer.
Yeah. So how was everyone's week so far?
Sedated.
Sedated?
No, David Freeman's in the chat, for God's sakes. And Shane B. Who would have known if I hadn't looked there?
So funny. I'm gonna have some genuine Butter King butter right now.
So I've been eating this
Make me
cannabis
feel
honey
better.
most of the week.
And
Mine's making.
Cannabis.
And I didn't realize it was getting me stoned because it's kind of slow to metabolize.
okay.
And,
What? Honey? Is that what you
this
said?
cannabis honey I've been eating. Yeah, and it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I've been like, why the fuck am I so tired? It's like crashing out hard.
Yeah.
So that's been my week, and I pinpointed it this morning. Well, actually, I didn't, but it was brought up that, you know, that honey you've been eating. You put that in your soup the other day. You put that.
You're putting it everywhere.
Yeah. I'm eating tablespoons of it.
I put that shit on everything.
Ah.
I love it.
Seems to be working.
Awesome. Well, dabs up.
Thought that was going to be for me, that one, but
Nope. I told you I'm having a butter hoot first.
so here's the thing about your landlord being able to opt out of the program here. I'm able to produce alcohol in my home without their permission. Right? So I went online to try to find out how much booze I can actually make.
There
And
isn't a limit, I don't think.
there is not a limit to
No.
be found. I found a forum where beer making guys were talking about that very thing. And they said, yeah, we can't find a number either. And one guy said, but who cares? Nobody's looking.
Yeah, exactly. Who's gonna check? Yeah.
Right?
Is that the
So, what the fuck is that? Like, it's so booze oriented. This province in particular. 2 years ago, the BC government kicked down $10 million to the craft brewery industry by reducing their taxes 27%. So, and if you sold more beer, you got a better tax break. So they have like 3 levels of micro breweries here in the province. And if you're like the lowest, this is fucking crazy. The smallest micro brewery license is allowed to produce up to 15,000 hectoliters, whatever the heck that is.
I like that, 'cause
I have
I'm like,
no
what does that
clue
mean?
why. I have a clue why they put it like that. I looked up hectoliters. 15,000 hectoliters is 1.5 million liters. That's the smallest microbrewery license that there is. They can
Whoa.
produce 1.5 million liters of beer. That's just a small guy.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no kidding, hey?
Oh my God. But, nevertheless, and able to sell it right out of their shop, and able to have that brewery across the street from where kids gather. They can, and they do exist in this city. And as I looked up the brewery industry, I saw many announcements of, oh, we're getting 30 more, oh, there's 60 more coming, oh, great, our beer industry is thriving, and the government fucking helps them to exist. And the point of view of these fucking articles always ended with how the craft industry was taking a bite out of the big guy, taking a share of Molson's and Labatt's profits. You go, holy fuck, why can't we have that in cannabis world?
No, God, no. We have to always be treated differently, apparently. Might be a little too cool. Hang on. It's a very low temp.
Very low.
Very,
temp.
very low temp. Just a sec.
It's delicious though.
I know.
It looks like a very unchazzed banger.
It is. Would you like to try a dab?
I'd hit that.
Do you want me
Oh,
to
that's a little better.
heat it a little bit for you?
Get any fluxing on there and I'm
Here, try this. Just a little bit of smoke for you. There we go. Yeah, this is Miles' personal piece. Shout out to Miles. Thank you. I'm not sure what it is either.
That ended up being a fabulous little toke.
What?
The
Just kidding. Yeah, we know that. Wonder who made it, though. Do you think you know who made it?
You gonna lie?
You gonna lie or you don't want to lie?
Look, I'm gonna lie to you. I gotta lie to you.
That's hilarious. Okay.
So yeah, so while I was looking around all this booze stuff, I see 2 years ago also that the Canadian Medical Health Association came out and said that alcohol is the biggest public safety issue that we have. They cried
I would
that
think
this
anger
is
would be, but
no, well, when it comes in terms to death, I suppose, but no, it's just a fucking ravage to society, and they just went down the list as to how horrible it is and that somebody needs to do something. Canadians actually consume more alcohol than the rest of the world, and BC probably higher. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're right up on the top fucking tier. And then whatever, right? But still.
Still too hot. Oh yeah.
So doubly fucking disappointing that it goes anywhere near that industry, and how anybody could think that that's a good industry to be close to. So 5,000 people a year die in Canada directly related to alcohol. Indirectly, they can't count them all, because 80% of them are drinking. Everybody drinks. So it's sad. I wish Canadian Medical Health Association in their little spiel said, yeah, it causes cancer. And research is beginning to be found that it causes breast cancer. And research has been correlated to suggest that sales of wine to women and young girls has risen. How'd that happen? If it wasn't presented to them in a fashion to get them to do that. Like, what the fuck? So, grr. But they still have not looked at cannabis. Maybe that should be our challenge, is to get these people to look at cannabis.
I'll show them some.
Yeah. Well, everyone will show you some, and we'll figure it out. We'll show you what it is. And you decide, actually, at the end of that, how dangerous it really is.
Right? Dangerous. Oh my goodness.
So
Like
I should
it-
probably
Just
show them
ridiculous.
something that isn't so crazy looking.
Yeah, no,
Ooh,
don't
that's
show
dangerous.
them.
I can just tell by looking. That's
Yeah,
dangerous.
not that dagger-shaped one,
Yeah.
or the one that's called
Hi, Charlie. It's okay, baby.
AK-47.
Here's the death
She
bubble.
might
Yeah.
be thirsty because she ate that
AK-47.
chicken.
God's green crack.
Not dangerous.
So,
It's so dangerous. We chose dangerous names.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Kind of like how like, you know, the
I'll be back.
Yeah. The cotton candy. Times 8. Times death, Bubba.
death, cotton death, death candy. Eat your death candies.
I did.
You did?
Oh yeah, I ate
What
them
are we
all.
smoking?
Same.
Death candy?
Yeah. With
Uh-oh.
some death candy sprayed in it.
That's death. OG death. Back cross to murder.
So I've been following this licensed producer on Twitter. Well, not really. In my car. But you know,
But I listened to bird sounds when
Yeah.
I'm in my car.
I don't have a car, but on my bike I fucking was close to him
Following
yesterday.
that fucker.
But a lot of bravado coming out of this kid. And for the longest time, never showing any results of the marijuana that they were growing and cropping out and all this other stuff, right? And then the BC regulations came down, and man, has the tune changed to, oh my God, he's got to become an activist now to fucking get his rights. Like, these people all thought they were going to become LPs and be able to open their own stores and sell their weed, and not going to happen. In fact, they went so far as to say you cannot do that. You can't sell your own fucking weed. So every retailer is going to end up selling the same shit, exactly the same stuff, and I'm not too sure the consumer's even going to get to know what it is ahead of time. It's going to be like tuna Kush.
Well, I kind of wonder if. Okay, so we have this possible micro model opening up. Now, all of these people have to sell their weed to the province. Kush Queen's doing a little dance.
Don't mind us.
So all of these
And don't stop.
collectives are going to have to sell their weed to the province, but they're not allowed to brand it. So does it just all go into a bin?
Yeah, some guy.
And it doesn't matter who's bringing what to the table. It just becomes this catalog number.
What could it be? And I hear that they're going to spray this shit to be able to track it, so they can tell the difference between their sprayed shit and yours. Because how else? This is what I wondered, how the fuck are you going to know? But they're going to spray some extra thing on it.
Really?
That's what I hear. They got to do
some
something.
nanites.
What the fuck are they going to do? How do you track it from seed to sale is the catchphrase. How the fuck do you do that? And there's like 6 million ways I can get around that fucking curve. Come on. How the fuck do you know what marijuana came off that number 682 plant? It was grown by the HA and they dropped it off the back door. But thank God, I don't know. These politicians are so inept that they're also crying that they're not ready. They can't possibly legalize it July 1st. And they're going to put that off for quite a while, I think. And I don't know. And that's good. I'll just keep running my store. But when I look at my store, nothing in there will be available
There you go.
after legalization. None of the weed, none of the hash, none of the extracts, none of the edibles. It'll be all in unnamed bags. Thanks a lot, fucking government. Who the fuck put you in charge? But I don't know. I don't know how to get around these clowns. They're pretty entrenched with their fucking doing whatever they want. It seems to me, and making whatever deals they want. But the fight will continue, that's for sure. So now the LPs, they're going, uh-oh. We can't even brand it. Oops. So these multi-fucking billion-dollar deals they're making are empty and hollow.
I forgot about
They
my
don't
dab.
mean anything. I forgot about my dab. How many times have I heard that? So stop investing in these clowns. They're getting breaks already. Fucking Aurora got a $120 million tax credit from the fucking Alberta government.
Whoa! That's fucking nuts.
Like, really? What the fuck? Already? You're giving big cannabis a break, and the little guy doesn't even exist yet. They haven't even come up with that program, and you're gearing up to start this? What the fuck is that? How come nobody gets a chance? So these little LPs are all griping about the dispensaries that are open now are getting a big hands-up opportunity to, because they got all the property already. Well, get in fucking line. What do you think we've been doing? You people would only
Forgot
exist
about my dab again.
because of us. These LPs got to be reminded that
Fuck.
they use exactly the same shit that the fucking black market does to produce their weed. And the same ideology. Exactly the same. They haven't come up with anything new. Nor do they even know they can. Because they don't give a fuck. Because they're making billions in the stock market, which is empty and hollow. Right? It's all based on nothing. And based on the idea that they're going to get fucking prohibition prices from here to the end of eternity, no matter what happens.
They're just locked. It's like they can't even drop their price because their value is based on it. Right? Their value is based on X amount per gram and a projection of X amount of units sold.
Yeah.
So
you
to
do
be
the
able
math.
to drop your price $1, $2, $1, whatever a gram is impossible when the whole value of your publicly traded company solely depends on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But they only care about that their company depends on it. Nobody seems to care about the fact that whole communities in British Columbia depend on marijuana and have done so for a very long time and have spread millions and millions of dollars out into the economy, no matter how they've done it. Like, what the fuck is the measure here? What do you want? Oh my fucking God, you want it all. Like,
It would
fucking
be wild if we started seeing that, like the actual kind of small valley municipalities that depended on cannabis as part of their, a silent part of their industry, legitimizing their towns.
Yeah, it should happen, for God's sakes.
420 viewers. Wow.
Nice.
That's
420. Okay, that's it. Call everybody. Don't get them to. We want 420 viewers for the rest of the show. But what happens to them? Right? No one gives a shit. The government wants. They're just so greedy and drooly now. Bless you. Because they're so inept at handling the money. And they give it away to the wrong people and they waste it all the time. They're just so voracious to get any money they can. And now they just are drooling at this opportunity to squeeze every fucking cent they can out of cannabis. Because they found out that people want it. How fucked is that? Just because we want it, you have to get fucking large out of it? For fuck's sakes? Why? But you can't stop them. They just say this is what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then they lie to you about why they're doing it. They lie to the public. That's pretty fucked.
Liars.
Like, really?
Bunch of liars. Hi,
You just come
Charlie,
up with
it's
the
okay.
lies.
Hi, baby. It's okay.
Why do they get to fucking
stay there.
lie about it? Because,
Sell shares.
yeah. It's all interwoven here with fucking crooks. Crooks with a license. Whoever gave them the license.
I can't imagine the burden that's put on a company that's comes out of the gate with an internal value of 20 million based on the investors without
Yeah.
having a sale.
Yeah.
It's just the pressure's got to be huge. Like, seriously, the pressure's got to be so huge. It's like you got to sell fucking.
Yeah. And now the government's saying, oh, I don't think we're going to be ready. And these people with all their licenses are going, oh my fucking God. I've been timing my crop. I'm like, really?
Charlie.
And that'll be flooding onto the black market in a few weeks.
Well, you really have to think, in order for them to have weed ready for legal weed ready for the first phase of the market.
Got to be in the bag by April.
No, it would have had to have been grown illegally without
Yeah.
a recreational permit.
Well.
100%. It would have had to have been grown by an LP who only has the right to grow medical.
Well, I guess
100%, there's no way
technically,
around
eh?
it.
That's interesting.
So how is it that they get to circumvent these rules, but there's no space for the little guy?
No. Huh,
It's-
interesting. No, they're trying to lock it up hard.
There's got to be something that they're not telling us.
And because the government is more crooked than them and have more control over what's going on, they're taking a bigger piece of the action than these LPs ever
Or
thought they
perhaps
would.
there is
Yeah.
indeed legislation in place that they just, didn't really announce on a large public scale
Wow.
that affords people with licenses to produce weed in preparation for a legal market.
No, the insider trading.
Got to be something going on.
Oh, yeah, there's
that or
gotta
it's
be.
all just anything coming to market is going to be produced illegitimately.
Yeah.
So it's not wildly encouraging for me. The only encouraging thing is that they can't get their shit together to do it. And maybe in the meantime, people will actually straighten them out to how it could be done. Let's say that the task to legalize marijuana was given to us three. What do you think we actually would need to do? What do you think is required here?
I would look at
Wow.
tomato
In reality.
legislation.
Tomato legislation.
Yeah.
Those were the
And I would
days.
do something similar
To the tomatoes.
to the tomato legislation, with the exception of, I would change the legality and say that you could grow your cannabis in your front yard and free up the right for you to grow tomatoes in your front yard.
What about the?
You can't
What
grow
about?
tomatoes in your front
Apparently
yard.
not. No,
Why?
I don't know.
Well, who should be able to grow marijuana
Anybody.
to sell?
Anybody to sell.
Anybody.
Anybody.
And
Even
What-
Why
an
can't
8-year-old at a lemonade stand should be able to have grams of weed.
do you
If that's what they choose.
do you think the marijuana needs to be tested to be sold to the public?
Depends of the reputation on the person.
I was just
growing
gonna
it.
say that. I feel like if we were just all growing properly, no.
But
But
not everyone does.
that's true.
Now, tomatoes are tested for pesticides, and they have something that's known as minimal residual percentage.
Yeah.
The government allows a certain amount of pesticide on the tomato.
Yeah.
With no warning, I might add, to tell you that it's even there or that,
Well,
hey,
what they do
you
is
should wash
when
this.
when they do testing, they create this fake acceptable allowance. So whether it's 50 parts per million,
And it goes
1,000
like
parts per
that,
million.
too.
Yeah, it's this thing. It just does that
Yes.
depending on what
It
they
says a
decide.
little thing.
So it could be like, let's say it's 1,000 parts per million. So when they're calibrating their tests, that's it. It's anything 1,000 parts per million or below is non-detectable.
I have trouble myself detecting that.
So it becomes
true.
becomes very subjective.
So, yeah. So, unfortunately, because they refuse to actually look at marijuana and ask people who use marijuana how they use it and how they might like to have it, they've come up with this completely different program that does not reflect the reality of it.
That was okay. It's a good
So-
45 minutes. I'm proud of you.
It's a pretty tangled web they weave, I gotta say. So I'm not too sure what's up for the future, but I got a feeling it's going to be a
Of course your
time
foot is in my
away. So the media here in Vancouver are yapping about 420 coming up already. And one of their points of view now is, so why do you still need to do this 420 if it's legal? They just came out with the regulations. That's how stupid the media is. Because, no, they didn't come out with the regulations. It hasn't been legalized at a federal level yet. Until that happens, there's no rules. At the fucking provincial level, they can't legalize marijuana. So it was a stupid question to begin with. But 420 is too big to be stopped.
Well, the need to protest changes from year to year because there's different challenges that get put into place.
Ain't that true?
The fact that these are challenges that a culture, a recognized international culture experiences, it is indeed like a cultural event and a cultural protest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like for the rest of our
It's
lives.
a protestable.
That's funny.
Protestable.
That's the second time I heard that today.
That today. Yeah.
It's a protestable.
You were thinking exactly like another individual we spoke to today.
Yeah.
Like identical. You said that.
Heard that word.
Protestable.
They had a lot of words like that. Those. It's a
Protestable all day long.
Lots of
lot of little catchphrases in the industry.
There
I
are.
got to keep up on those. I was Googling shit the whole time he was talking. But
Is that what you were doing?
I'm trying to figure out what he was saying. Urban Dictionary. Okay, what's that mean? No. But, yeah. So, I don't know what'll happen to any of us or where, but we'll see. We're still going to have 420. And what the fuck? Why not? Come on. It can't be stopped. This is the thing. There's so many people that come there now. There's going to be like maybe what, 500-600 vendors kind of deal. And it's going to be nice. We're going to maybe even try to have a floor. We're working on that to try to save the grass and not turn it into a mud pit.
Yay!
There
Watch,
you
it'll
go.
Be the sunniest fucking 420.
She's well,
Nothing will beat so far that day. It was like what, 30 degrees?
Yeah,
2 420s ago.
wasn't that
Oh
spectacular.
man, that
Yeah.
was insane.
That was a dynamite 420.
That
Turn-
was a dynamite.
It turned out to be that 420 was the nicest day of the summer that year.
Yeah,
It was on April 20th because
Wow.
it got back to normal weather the next couple of days after
I know.
and gone.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. It's
No.
crazy.
We're blessed and we should be, I think, and will remain to be so. So I'll tell you, I've been doing it for a long time, and we have not encouraged that or encountered that much rain over time.
And it always seems to like
Yeah.
stop raining at 4:20.
Yeah, and
Doesn't
clear
it?
up.
Like
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the clouds break. Yeah.
Well, there's just such a huge energy energy
universe,
burst from that crowd that it just blasts right through any clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Every 4:20.
And to that old lady, stay at home that day,
Yes.
open your window, and hang out and breathe. Or even come on down and get right
Come
into
on
the
down.
midst of it. Be good for your
Got a
asthma.
spot on the stage.
The reason you have asthma is you live in the West End, and it's all that car exhaust that's coming
Well,
into
also
your
being
window.
stuck in an apartment with recycled air.
Secondhand
Those filters,
old lady.
secondhand air, refiltered. Yeah,
That'll be worth something someday.
secondhand
My
air.
house, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Secondhand smoke.
I hear they're selling it in
man.
a can now.
It's just for kids. They're just getting started,
Just for
right?
kids.
I was thinking we buy a few for that
Little
lady.
sippy box before bed.
Yeah, you know,
Here.
I think we buy like a case of those cans for that lady.
Yeah, secondhand smoke
Can
in
I
a
have
little
that thing of
box
water?
for
See if
kids.
she drinks it on my lap. She probably will.
Okay.
Suck
down.
just one toke before bed.
A little, yeah. Safer than a one hitter,
Yeah,
right?
it's already there.
It's
No,
like
secondhand
it.
smoke will be worth something in the future. Mark my words.
I like it.
It has to be. If it's worth something going in the first time, how do I ruin it by having it in me? Oh.
You
Wonder what else
inhale it
came
into
out.
a
Wonder
fish
what else
tank and then
came
you
out of
scrape
there.
that resin. Oh my god. Yeah, I got some fucking some lung butter.
Only smoked once.
It's fucking. You take a hit. You keep exhaling into your aquarium, and then you scrape the aquarium when it's thick enough.
Nice. Guppy-ponics. Yeah, what? Oregon, the bottom dropped out of the marijuana price market.
$50 a pound.
Huh. That's what happens when there's enough marijuana. That's the difference, is that there's never been enough marijuana. That keeps prices high, and it was illegal. Now, as soon as you strip those things away, it's not worth very much. Doesn't cost very much to produce, given what they're asking you to pay for it. So I imagine people are going to start squawking about that. me, I'm not going to say nothing.
No.
I haven't eaten today and I'm a huge headache now.
What?
We should get out of here and let Kush Queen eat. Her and her little dog.
Oh, she's eaten. I haven't.
She's eating.
Oh, yeah.
Kush Queen's going to be co-hosting on stage at 420.
Woo! Yes, I am.
And maybe doing other things that I thought about.
Looking forward to it. What am I doing? What did I sign up for? Just kidding.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited.
Yes, it's going to be a big day, and we're hoping to have some sort of big-time entertainment to provide for everybody. Yeah, we've come a long way from, fucking one guy with a guitar at the corner of the steps at the art gallery to
That do like 10 songs.
then one time then a guy brought a drum kit. And they set up there, and then they brought a generator so they could have a little amplification. And Malmo always had his blowhorn. And
Yeah, that's when I first started coming out here. It was like Rasta mic, little generator, kind of like a boom box.
And in those days, it was a bit of a scramble to get in there and get set up without the cops pouncing on you because there wasn't as many people. But now. So off we go again. We'll weather whatever comes along and have a blast doing it. It should be just fucking epic. And I told these guys in the entertainment place, remind these entertainers this is the coolest fucking thing ever. Nothing like this is going on anywhere in the world without incident. We know how to rock the cool kids. So, I don't know if they get a sense of that or not, but with the stage we've run all these years has been fucking so smooth. And the only time there was ever an incident, two bands kind of got face to face about who was going on and who had to stay late and all this other shit, and I gave them each band 20 joints.
Chill the fuck out, man.
Yeah, man, you guys work this out. Wait a minute, I just
sorted
did.
it out instantly. Here's 20 joints. Can you stay later? Yeah, man. Here's 20 joints. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so that's 420. And that's why it works so well, I think. So, with that tiny little noise, it says that it's time for us to
Because she's meters up.
hit the road, Jack. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Al, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
I had a good time. Don't forget to watch everybody's show on the Pot TV network. Alyssa's up on Saturday high noon. Don't miss it. It's high and it's at noon.
Yeah.
The emphasis
And
is on
she's going to play a board
noon.
game.
Yeah.
So she definitely won't be bored.
So look for that. And on Sunday, Kush Queen is in your face or in your place at 2 o'clock in the afternoon
That's right.
for an hour, apparently.
Yep.
It's in the title
One
of the
whole
show.
Hour. It is?
The Hour of Kush Queen.
Oh, yeah.
It is?
It is? Do we say 1 hour? The royal hour.
The Royal 40 Minutes with Kush Queen.
The royal
Maybe an hour and 10
10
minutes.
seconds with Miss Kush Queen.
And then what?
Bum, bum, bum.
Monday, Carly, BC Bud Gal. What do they
to
call
you,
their
baby.
show? 420 Lifestyle?
There's one on Friday, isn't there?
You learn stuff. You can
Yeah, Jeremiah,
you
and then
can
there's
promote
Craig,
stuff
and then
by
there's
asking
us.
questions. Yeah. And then there's the other shows.
You know.
Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. That's the whole week.
Tuesday's our day of rest, so
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We all sleep here on Tuesday.
we just sleep. We should have a segment.
A show, a
Tuesday's
Tuesday
the day
show
of
where
rest.
it's just
We're
everybody sleeping.
Yeah, we should all get together on one Tuesday and do a show of all shows.
I think that would be a great idea.
The show of all shows.
Yeah. All of us here.
Okay. We're good to go. Well, look for that someday if we remember this.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody who tuned in for the chattery.
Yeah.
Hope
Who
you
was
had
up
fun.
there?
Those people.
Bunch of them.
Burn Toast, David Freeman, Two Joints, Jeremiah Loachi,
Dave.
Tish Mack.
Dave was there. Professor Weed
Yes,
is in the house.
Sun Green.
Cool. Well, glad you could all be there, and thanks to everybody who
Yeah.
does watch the show and the
J-Mac.
420
J-Mac in the
people
house.
that tuned in live.
And 420 Wild Dragon is watching, I know it.
We'll be back next week. So until then, I'm Marijuana Man. Peace and pot.